This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Reese?
Okay, Holly. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Using his legs, it's Owens. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. To the ground with the back. Shakes off the defender. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched.
There he goes. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Finding an escape route. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Oh, better look out. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Runs through the tackle. Here's a little headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper. And they're able to dive on that football and get it back. That would have been a disaster to cough it up immediately after a score.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the
looking deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs...
Touchdown, Texas A&M! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time.
Well, the punter wasn't able to get a lot of leg on that one, and it gave him a chance to field it, and then he found his lane, he put his foot in the ground, and it was off to the races. A huge momentum-shifting play on special teams for that touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Got it. Still on his feet at the 45. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've
going for it all. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Oh, and that's a chance to end that drive right there and completely wipe out the possibility of any points because, of course, the offense has the ball on their side of the field. That is an interception that he's got to be able to make.
So now it's 2nd and long. Here's a give to Frazier. Back got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
That's a nice job by the offense there on their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find their rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't. But I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out and execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking for room. It's Owens. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They want to run this quarterback. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Throwing Reed. Rushes on him. Escapes the sack. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete as time has expired here in the 1st quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Quarterback decides, let's think this 4th down play over, and he calls a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The play-action fake. Showing the arm strength to the left. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Stockton. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Georgia sends out the punt team. He might just try to kick it away from the return man because he housed the first one. He'll field the punt and take it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Reed on the play action. Fires to the wideout. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Got room on the return. He's at the and with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
He'll bring it out. It's Craver. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try. Turning it on! Picks up the first down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
And those are the ones you just want to pull it back in as soon as you throw it as a quarterback, because you know he was open, I had him, I just put too much underneath it and missed out on a big play.
Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They'll move the tight end. To throw, it's Stockton, using his legs to buy some time. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. He is in. Touchdown, Aggies.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football, because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way.
Lofts one high and deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense, is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And that, what does he do when he rolls out? It gets his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
Run in the red zone, it's Frazier. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And you talk about wasting no time. That's what this offense just did. First play,
Explosive play, second play, ready to rock and roll, two-play drive. It's exactly what they drew up over there on the sidelines, Paul.
And they did a great job of getting down to the goal line and getting set quick to go run that play, right? After the long play, the call came in, everybody got lined up. They were wasting no time. Defense completely on their heels. They don't know what just hit them.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. The defense there to make the stop. He barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you could see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Quarterback keeps it. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Takes it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. There he goes. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Dogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
Scanning the field, it's Stockton. It's complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Frazier. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Number 91, set to kick it off.
Coming out with it, it's Craver. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Breaks into the open. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Reed. Fakes the grab.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Play action with Reed. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Finding open areas. There's some room. Touchdown, Aggies. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 39-yard run to the house. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the number 7 team, the LSU Tigers. And it's the Sooners coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. And it's 3 straight victories for this team as they start to get hot.
Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Dropping back, it's Stockton.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic, throwing the football down the field. And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Only able to pick up a 3rd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Reed. Right on the money. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now here's Reed on target. Open space at the 25. Huge play on that one. Took it across the 50, and they'll mark him down at the 45.
And that was a play that was designed to simply pick up the first down, right? 3rd and short, it's a short throw, and you're just trying to get it to the sticks. But what a great individual effort by the receiver that time, turning once he has the football, and he's getting extra yards. That ends up being a big-time play for the offense.
A&M comes back out with another first down. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Here's Reed to throw. They're working that left side. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
He'll run it again. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense.
Go for it because I'm past the 50. Should I go for it?
4th down stop here to get some of that momentum.
Should I go for it, man? She give me a second chance. I'm a bitch. Look, he want me to go for it. We're going to see. I believe in me, though.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? And with this
okay, now we kicking the field goal. We go field goal.
Start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
We're fucking up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
He might want another play. Looking to throw at Stockton. Moves away as he feels pressure. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's open on the right. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And if I'm this defense moving forward, man, I'm going to start thinking about, like, this is the guy. That they keep featuring him. I've got to take him out of the game. I got to find a way to double him. I got to find a way on 3rd down to make sure this doesn't happen. This offense continues to run through him, and he continues to be successful.
Working that left side now. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him, and they got him. As we head for the final period, let's check out how these 2 quarterbacks are doing. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
38, Georgia, 28.
After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. 2nd and long working here. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Moving away from pressure. It's complete to the right. And the defense drags him down.
I don't know what you want me to do. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. He's just got such elusiveness. You see him, he's getting outside the pocket, he's making you miss, and then all of a sudden, he's throwing completions. I got no answers for him.
They're facing a third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
Man, that's a really good job by this defense to play zone on 3rd and long, to kind of sit back, but not get lost, to not get your eyes and not see the running back. Everybody starts to release. They break on the football, come down, get a good tackle on the running back, and get a big stop on 3rd down.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll take a shot. It's incomplete, and they desperately...
Yeah. I didn't get in there.
Hey, put that stick down. Put that stick down. What's up?
Nigga can't. Nigga can't fuck with me, man. I got a computer game. You gotta play them. We gonna beat the we hate y'all bitches. We gonna beat the brakes off y'all. We can't fuck with this shit, man. Nigga 4-0 undefeated. Nigga number 3 in the nation. Nigga come get that. You see behind me like quick.
Watch them.
Fucking nigga talking about, nigga, I'm 3rd for Heisman with my running back. Nigga. Like, I be toting that hoe.
Where the fuck you from? Hey, since you played with Teddy Man,
274 rushing yard last game. But I'm finna show you this shit right here. Show you this shit right here.
what was the shot? Draco and me and that go there and shot about 5. Everybody said it. You eat something, Draco go there and pop my shot for 5 on me. I think that's what you got that.
Oh yeah, I need to lead in rushing. Don't do that. Fucking imitation. Take your time. Tell him if you did. We gonna get that bit. I ain't tripping. We gonna get it. Get up out of here. Just put that ass.